We're back. Guess who's back? um,
It's us. Where are we going?
Where are we going? You ever do microdosing shrooms?
No. One time I just went full blast.
Oh, yeah?
Did a full dose, and that was enough for my lifetime. But it was really powerful.
Was it?
Yeah. Do you microdose?
I tried. Yeah, I tried it a couple times.
What's your experience?
Nothing. I just like a euphoric feeling. Just like euphoric. I never really took a full dose. Like, I wanted to. I want to do like ayahuasca.
Yeah.
Like I want to go like do Peru and go do ayahuasca and do something like that. But the shrooms, like I did it a couple times, and it's like a euphoric feeling. Like, it was like euphoric. I was giggly. I was happy.
Did you stay in this reality?
Yeah, I wasn't. Like I didn't. It was a microdose, right? Like I was kind of chicken. I was like, I don't want to trip out. I don't want to whatchamacallit. You know what I mean? So I was gonna just do this microdose, and
that's good. It's good to respect that feeling inside of yourself.
But
where
I'm
you're
curious.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm definitely curious just to trip out one time, just take a whole bunch and just be like, let's see what happens. But I don't think I'll ever do it. But I don't know. I think shrooms is a new thing that I kind of tapped into, and I feel kind of like it's pretty cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the feeling stays with you, right? So that if you're like,
you get some like mushroom wisdom.
Yeah.
And it stays with you.
And it stays with you. Exactly. Like the feeling of it, like that aura, the euphoric doesn't leave you. Like it literally doesn't, it stays. The thought process. Like I still like
that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, like I still like I tried shrooms maybe 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Microdosed it. And I still the thought, right? I still feel the thought, right? Like I still have that calming from 4 weeks ago. Like it's just, and I fall
That's
back
nice.
when I'm feeling a little bit stressed, or if I'm feeling a little bit like I don't know, just like over the top maybe. Just that I'm finding myself falling back on that, and I'm cool. Like it's okay. Like so.
It's like other plant medicines. It's a tool, or it can be bringing wisdom.
Yeah,
it can call to you sometimes. I feel like I was scared of mushrooms for a long time, and I was like, no. And in general, I'm kind of that way with substances because my body is so sensitive. I can tune into like something like shrooms or other substances, and I can feel it already without having taken it.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily need a full dose like I took.
Right.
But or even really any. So I was scared of it for a long time, and then there was a period of my life where someone invited me to do it, and I was like, yeah, I actually really feel called to it. And then I was like taking it, and I asked the mushrooms, like, should I take all of you or just stop here? And it was like, oh. So I took it all.
You took it all. Nice.
Yeah, no, I didn't do any research. That was probably a bad idea, but I definitely had a trip. Like I was way out of this reality.
Oh, you're like out of body experience.
Yeah. Like I was not in this reality anymore. Like if I was in a chair, I wasn't in a chair. I was outside on a blanket. I lost all sense of that.
Were you tripping? Like were you like ah?
Well, I was told that I screamed a few times. Yeah.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I wasn't like losing it.
Yeah.
But there were moments like that threshold when like you let it, when it really drops in, where I thought I was going to die. And then I just talked to myself and I was like, just surrender. And I was like, oh, okay. And I felt like I was falling, and
What, falling?
Yeah, for the first part, yeah. I felt like I was falling and I was going to die, and I was going to fall asleep and die.
Damn, that's scary.
Yeah. And then I just couldn't control it. And I was like, I guess I'm going to die. And then I didn't. And I was in some other experience. I got a lot out of it.
Did you really? It sounds like it. So you go through the whole death experience. That's just crazy in itself.
Yeah.
Like sometimes when you're like high and stuff, like, oh, I can't breathe or something. You know what I mean? Something weird happens. And so I get it.
Yeah.
So what happened?
Well, because the death was the death of being in this reality. Yeah. Really. Because then I went into a whole other zone where I couldn't feel my body or know that I existed on this plane.
Could you see yourself?
No. No, what happened after that? Because before that was more here. It was like I would look at the trees and they were like grooving.
Yeah.
I looked at the grass and it had a life and death cycle. Like I saw it.
Oh, come up and come down.
Live and die.
Like breathe.
Live and die. Like the whole life cycle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then I would look at the blanket and there'd be like speckles and they would like dance. So that was like being here still with some sort of HD or some level of like different reality, altered reality.
That's nuts.
And then when I went through, I remember feeling just like, this is so hard to explain, James. I would hear different phrases in Chinese. I speak a little bit of Cantonese.
Oh, nice.
Or people's names, of the names of people that were like important to me in my life, kind of over and over on a mantra until I understood that one, and then the next one would come, and my body would move at the same time. So it would be like Masha, like my friend Masha, Masha, and then I somehow like understood the essence of our connection, and my body would like breathe it in and move at the same time. Everything was like in full cohesion.
How long did it last?
And like 6 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was a piece of it. And then I remember feeling like, oh, money is just a concept. It's not real. Like I knew it in a different way than I understood it mentally.
Yeah.
And the election was happening, not this one, it was 2020. And I remember thinking, oh, Trump is not real. The election's not real. Those were just the words I had to it. But the way I understand it now is this is all like a play we're doing. We're all enacting this thing to experience something. And money is a frequency. And I was like sticking my foot in the fire apparently. And I do remember that a little bit. I think it was before I went really deep.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, I'm so cold. I'm just going to stick my feet in the fire. And if I die, it'll be okay. I'll just be another form. Yeah.
You didn't stick your feet in real fire, though.
No, I did. I was told by the person that was like babysitting me that I kept sticking my feet in the fire and he had to pull them out.
My gosh.
And that's how I came back out is he was like cuddling me, like spooning me. And then he tapped my leg and he goes, don't do that. And then I like snapped into this reality and I was like, do what? And he's like, stop putting your feet in the fire. And I was like, what fire? And then I was like back here again.
Yeah. Wow.
And I looked at my cell phone like an hour later, like, what is this thing? What are these? What is like, how do you function this cell phone? Like I was gone.
Oh yeah.
It was a lot.
Wow.
But it took me a lot of time to recover in a way. Like I got a lot of wisdom, but the recovery was kind of brutal because it pushed forward a lot of pain and depression that needed to be processed. And I think that's why I was so scared of it for a long time, because I did carry a lot of pain in my body, pain in my soul.
Sure.
Until I got to a place where I was much lighter in my frequency and what I was carrying, and also my capacity for healing and being able to move through those experiences was just much greater by the time I did it, and I knew I could handle it. So, yeah, it took a couple of weeks to move through that, but there was some residual impact of the mushrooms on my body that it just took a while to physically even shake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never really, I wanted to, I want to have an experience like that, but at the same time, I'm a little just scared, I guess you want to say. But
what do you feel scared of?
Just not having control.
Yep. Well,
and then I do have
control.
that. I do have that that fear of death too, like where, oh my God, I think I'm gonna die type thing, and then or I can't sleep, or or not sleep, or I can't breathe, and that starts to trip me out.
It's scary, right?
It is a little scary.
Well, because this is the experience we know, but I felt like the message I got was we are eternal.
Oh,
like this is less real than what we actually are.
I believe that. I believe, yeah.
But to this body, it's pretty scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. I'm gonna do it. I got shrooms. Like I just haven't like dived into it yet. You know, like I got a little pack sitting around waiting for me to,
You're getting prepared.
Yeah, mentally. So I'm just I'm gonna figure it out. But
do you have someone to be companion with you?
That's what I think I'm missing. Like that's what I want. I want somebody. If I'm gonna do it, I don't want to do it alone because I don't know what's gonna happen. But I definitely want someone I can do it with. That's gonna be chill. That's not going to just start shit. Bro, I did it one time with this one girl, and she just started snapping for no reason. Just started.
Well, she was on shrooms?
Yeah, she was.
I mean, you can have reactions to things.
But her thing is, oh, I'm not tripping. And her pupils are so dilated. They're
like,
crazy.
Well, you don't know what's going on but when you're on it.
But that was the thing. Like, she wasn't chill at all, man. And then so it kind of made me a little like frazzled. You know what I mean? And we're just I'm just like, bro, what do you want me to do? She's like, oh, she's just going off on shit. And I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna sit here and be quiet and just.
It's intense.
Yeah, it's intense. And she kind of freaked me out too. Like, you can see her eyes all fucking dilated and shit. And she's just like, you can see the demon in her. And I'm just like, I'm sitting there tripping. I'm just like, okay, are you going to stop now? Like,
no, not till the shroom trip is over.
She's just,
you took the ride. I mean, it can unlock parts of us.
It does.
That we've hidden away or other things that we need to see.
Yeah. And I want to. Like, I want to explore that. I feel like I'm old enough. I feel like I'm mature enough that I can like kind of go seek that out and see what that's all about.
Yeah.
I've been really responsible with my life. I mean, I've done a lot. Like
have.
I've done my job and doing. This is the kind of thing I've talked to my son about. Like, I just want to let loose a little bit.
Yeah.
I want to go.
Well, and he's older now too.
Yeah,
so
but I don't want to worry about him following in my footsteps in this shit. Like, you know what I mean? If you see me doing shrooms, please, son, doesn't give you the reason to go do shrooms. I'm 46 years old, right? Like, I've done my thing. Like, I'm just on a journey. You're still 22. Like, wait till you're 46 and make that decision. Don't do that decision right now because you see.
But it's his life.
Yeah, don't wait because you see me doing it. Oh, I'm gonna do it because my dad did it. I didn't touch my first joint until like I was in my 30s. You know what I mean? Like I didn't do all that stuff. Like I drank a little bit.
You just want to keep him safe.
Yeah, protect him.
Yeah.
And I want to keep him safe while I'm letting loose a little bit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you had him when you were younger, and I think you committed to being a father, and
21.
And there are sacrifices to that because you don't do the wild thing. You don't continue to do the wild thing fully in the way you might have,
right?
Had this not happened, but also it sounds like it was quite a gift that he came.
Oh God, it's only nothing but blessings. Yeah. He's my number one thing that's ever happened to me. Like I look at my kid's mom, right, and we've never got along. Like we've never.
Oh yeah.
Like we've never, my baby mama. Like we've never been on the same page, but. I thank her every day. Like I'll thank her for this wonderful gift that you've given me. And no matter how hard you made it in the beginning, it was all worth it because I promise you, she I'll give her the credit. She made me that man. Like she made me that dad. Like me going to court every day and fighting for my son and proving that I am a good dad and all throughout his first 4 years of life.
Oh, she brought you to court, and you would have to prove it.
Yeah, dude. Oh, I have to. Like,
and you did it.
I did it, and I did it. I went over and beyond where the judge was like, "Hold on a second, we got to make some changes here," and that's just it. Like, you know what I mean? So
wow.
And it was hard. Like it was to go through it at that time. That hate, that battle, like that I'm gonna get you, and you're not going to get me type thing. Like that's where we were at that whole time, and but I never showed it to my son. Like I was always there. I was always there to pick him up. I was just always there. Like I wasn't going to fall.
Wow.
I wasn't going to let that
Like
those
affect.
affect or those lies or anything prove that I'm not worthy of this kid's life. And no, I did it, man. I did it, and I fought.
You have so much tenacity. Like
I
you have
fought.
so much
Yeah, you weren't gonna.
like
Yeah, I was. You're not gonna beat me.
gusto for standing for what you want.
In a state that made for women, like the Michigan
Yeah.
is a woman's
With
state.
divorce.
You know, to come
For
out
kids.
to have my son at the end of it.
Yeah.
No, it speaks for itself. But at the same time, like I'm not going. No, I'm not going to lose. Like I'm not going to do that. I'm not gonna let you. I'm not gonna prove you that you prove yourself right or anything. I am that good dad. I am. And she brung that fire out of me, like, and she made it. So
She
it's,
helped you.
yeah. And even though it was through like, you know, fighting and through whatever,
Yeah.
like disagreement, she helped me. She helped me become the father that I am today by doing that. Because
Yeah.
if she was laxed about it and she was like, "Oh, it's okay. You don't want to, you don't want to see him. That's fine." You know what I mean? Don't, it probably would have been a different story.
Well, it
You
kind
know?
of like shaped you.
Yeah.
It nudged you to bring your fire out and stand up for what you
Right,
wanted
right.
and believed in.
So I definitely give my baby mama kudos. I got a lot of love for her for what she's given me, and
I like that a lot.
I won't. Yeah, I wouldn't even change it. My son always asks me, "What do you do? What would you do if you changed your life? Like, what would you go?" I was like, "After you, I'd start changing things around." I go, I wouldn't want to, you know what I mean? After my 20, after you're born, then I start moving things around and changing things. I go, until that point, everything was perfect. Like with my son being born, and because it was crazy. Like
Oh, you mean you changed stuff before he came? The stuff.
after,
Oh, after.
yeah, I wouldn't. His number one question is, what would you change in your past if you have to go
Okay.
back and change? And I think like there's some part of him like, oh, I would never be with your mom. Like he's waiting for me to say that or something. But no, that's
He's
never
just
the
checking.
case. Yeah, but that would never be the case. Like the thing is like, dude, you're the greatest gift. I would get you first, and then I would start changing things. Like, you know what I mean? Because I could change a lot from after.
Oh, okay. You'd keep everything about him,
Yeah.
but you might change other
Or
things.
everything to that point.
Yeah.
I would keep, and then after he was born, then I would start changing some ideas and things that I did that would help.
In your own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Okay.
to change my trajectory, or whatever.
Right. Right.
But as
That's
far as I would
beautiful.
I would never say, oh, I wish I didn't have a kid or wish I didn't go through that, because all those trials and tribulations that I went through for my son has made me who I am today. And I have to give thanks to my kid's mom, because I am a soldier, bro. I am that dude. I can go to court. I can stand up. I can go to court 40 days in a row. And I swear to God, and just,
You
what's
got
up?
that down.
Yeah, like I don't care.
That's
Child
like no
support-
big deal.
Child support 40 days and let's go, bro. Like I can do it. Like it doesn't matter.
I feel the same
That's
way
all I
about my family. And, I mentioned some really difficult things that I experienced. And I hope it came across that, I really take responsibility in my being for what I wanted to experience here with that, even though I was a child at that time, right? But I think it was such a blessing to be able to experience that with my parents, with my family. All the things that were a struggle and a pain really shaped who I am today too, because like I said, I wanted to really know myself and love myself, and I have done that, and I continue to do that. And it's because of some of those experiences that really pushed me to do that and showed me that you can't, I think bottom line is like, you really, for me, I wanted to connect with Source and feel a full love that's given, rather than feeling like it had to come through the exterior, come through other people, come through situations, come through like accomplishments. No, none of that gives us our worth or our value. And to find inner freedom in that, detaching from that expectation of needing my parents to be a certain way. Because like they gave me so much. And it was just because of my pain that I only saw certain facets for a while.
That's how we all are.
You know?
Yeah.
So all of it, my dad doesn't remember saying that anymore, which is great because like I don't need to like feel him to feel bad about that anymore because I feel like I pieced together that story as to why it happened, and then I could recover my own part of it. But we have a good relationship now, and there's so much work on my part that went into it and on their part, but it's all a blessing. Like it's all something
100%.
we played out together, and
Life in general.
yeah,
Just your journey, anyone's journey. I think this is the reason why, like, you know, we're here right now, man, because I want to be able to express everyone's journey. Like, I want to hear your journey, right? And your clients want to hear your journey. People want to get to know you better. People want to get to know me better. And I think this platform here, just this time that we spent together, like, you know what I mean, is so important, so crucial. And who knows who we can help, like, and who can reach out to. I think it's important. Not to get off topic, but no, like,
yeah, definitely.
it's wonderful. I think this is, I don't know. I think this is just a beautiful thing, and
You're the perfect person to do this because you talk so easily with people, and you really want to get authentic and real with people, and there's so much inspiration in you, and people are just magnetic towards you. So, hey,
let's figure it out. See what
what's
happens.
happening?
Let's talk about.
You said politics,
Yeah.
which I'm hesitant about.
Let's do a little bit of that. Let's do all of it. Let's do a little bit of all. So, we got 15 minutes.
Yeah.
A little bit of all. So, election. This election passed. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. I wasn't for Kamala. I wasn't for Kamala. But no,
You said it just like him.
yeah, did I?
Just like Trump.
Kamala?
I think so.
I'm not for Kamala. No, not for Kamala. But I'm excited to see where the country goes. I think there's a lot of positive change happening. I know for a fact that people aren't happy with Trump's win.
There's a lot of people that are really devastated. And there are a lot of people that are very happy.
Yeah, and it's crazy to me, like how that even is. Like, there's people out there that want to prosecute you for voting for Trump. Like,
well, they also wanted to prosecute him.
Yeah.
Well, they're
And you know what the thing is, and I'll say this, is that I used to be a Democrat.
Yeah.
Right? I voted for Obama. But I don't feel like I left the Democratic Party. I feel like the Democratic Party left me.
A lot of people are saying that, like on YouTube.
And it's the truth with the way that they acted and the way that they ran their race against Trump was so shameful.
Yeah.
They said over there, shameful. It's just, dude, I haven't been into politics, and I'm not a politician, and I don't plan to run for any type of office. But if I'm a voter, and I'm thinking about voting, you don't run a campaign like that. You don't run a campaign by calling.
What did you see? Yeah.
You don't run a campaign by calling a man Hitler, comparing him to Hitler, or comparing him to a dictator, or anything of the sort. When he's done nothing of the sort. His first 4 years, he didn't kill anybody. He didn't kill nobody. He didn't start no wars. He ended wars in his first 4 years. And for you to turn back around and call him Hitler, like, dude, that's crazy. Like, you're really demonizing the guy, and they're having people wanting to kill him. He got 2 assassination attempts on him, just for that. I think for that reason. You don't call a guy Hitler, or he's Hitler-like. He's nothing like the guy. He may use the phrase out of a speech maybe that sounded similar to the way he talked, but nowhere comparison to a Hitler or any type of crazy dictator. And so, and then to have all these stars like, you know, Beyonce, and to sit there and try to persuade my vote. You guys are fucking, like, they're losers. Like, I'm not, okay, you're successful singers, but you have no right to tell me how to vote. And right? And then Kamala is going to spend $20 million for Beyonce to tell me how to fucking, come on. That's ridiculous. Like, I don't feel like movie stars or famous people have the right to sit here and tell us how to vote. You know what I mean? Or tell us how we should vote. You know, you're there to entertain us.
I don't think a lot of them wanted to, but there's been some information out that there was some interesting money exchanges.
Of course
around
there
that.
was 20 million for
Yeah.
Beyonce. Oprah had like I don't know, some crazy numbers. Like all her sponsors, all the people that were for her were nothing but paid employees. Like they were all paid. And I think that's just wrong. Where Trump won it with the YMCA song. You know, like come on, that's crazy. For him to win that his election on that song, it's the only song he played pretty much, YMCA. So to win that, this just shows you that superstars have really no effect on anything. Like this guy did it on his own, spent a third of the money that she spent. Crazy what the media did. Crazy.
Yeah. So I think the elections are really a time where our biggest shadows come out, and like what we project, as in like what we want to disown in ourselves, and we push out and put and blame other people for. That's like what really comes out for me. And when I work with my clients, I'm really holding a space for whatever experience they have based on their beliefs and what their reactions are to what's happening and what facet they're plugging into as to why they're happy or why they're upset or why this is devastating. So for me, it's like another catalyst for what might emerge through ourselves.
Right.
So
no, I get it.
That's where I'm at.
I'm with you. I'm kind of like, for me, it's not that serious. For me, it's just like,
yeah, you're like,
for me, it's just like, let's go get the job done. Trump, let's go. Like, that's it. Like, because I really don't feel like we have a much say, like what happens in the upper government or taxes, we don't have a say. We do have a say in our vote when we do vote. But other than that, once the votes pass and they're in office, it's pretty much their game to do whatever they want with us, right? Kind of, I feel. But with Trump, and I voted for Trump his first 4 years. I was a Trumper then, and I was happy. I was happy with Trump, bro. As an entrepreneur, starting my business, getting into my business, Trump was cool. I was making money right before COVID. Like I was.
A lot of people say that, yeah.
Dude, it was good. Business was booming. Ideas were popping. Like there was a moving forward like motion going on there. COVID came and they stopped it. And then, dude, right when the Biden administration got into office, it changed. Like gas prices flew up, right? We went into war. We got into like just a whole bunch of shit just started going wrong after Trump. And it was so obvious. Like it's so obvious. Why am I paying $3 a gallon for when I was just paying $1.50, like $1.75? Like what's going on here? Like how does it go up after just one president just walked out of office? And so, I mean, just in just little things like that, and just jobs and just job opportunities, being out there as a freelancer, I'm going out there and I'm applying for jobs because it's slow during COVID. Those times, dude, it was slow. It was crazy. And I wasn't trying to get a check from the government or anything. I was trying to hustle. I was hustling my way through it. And and you can just see the change. You felt the change. It was a definite change. Like it was just like, this is not what we were just in. And to see the 4 years pass, and then to see Biden deteriorate the way he deteriorated, and to see him, it was just, there's no way. And then to see how they cooed him out of office, like literally threw him, oh, you're not capable, so we're gonna just automatically bring Kamala onto the thing. So it's just like, it didn't work for me. None of it worked for me. Their whole process, that's the whole way they ran that race, was just ridiculous. And I didn't believe anything Kamala was saying. She was just spitting out word salad. She was just like, she never answered a question. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't follow her. Even though I'm down. I'm down to have a woman president. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I would love to see that, especially of an ethnic background. Like, how cool for the United States, but not right now. Not right now, and not with that individual. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is on that. But I think that, no, I really do think Trump is going to make some changes. A big issue right now and my family and everything is stuff that's going on in Gaza,
Yeah.
and with Palestine and Lebanon. And it's just tragic. It's a genocide. It's what's happening in Palestine is just crazy, right? If I come to you and I prick you with a needle, I pick you. It doesn't give you the right to destroy my whole nation, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you have my country occupied. Like, you got me surrounded, bro. Like, you know what I mean? You can't blame me for trying to fight or trying to escape this occupation. Like, you can't, you know what I mean? So if I retaliate, if I do something like to express that I'm being oppressed, it doesn't give you the right to come bomb the hell out of me, right? Because you're the one oppressing me, bro. And I can't understand why the media doesn't say it or see it or like, say this is unfair. It's just unfair. If October 7th, I'm sorry.
Well, it depends who you think is
Right?
behind the
October
media.
7th came. They came and they killed like 1,200 people or 1,300 people on October 7th. The Palestinians, they did that for a reason. It wasn't just out of the blue, hey, we're going to come and kill you. We're coming to terrorize you because we've been terrorized for the last 75 years and it's getting worse. This is just a reaction to what we've been going through. That's all it is. It's a reaction of what they were going through. It doesn't give Israel the right to turn Gaza into a parking lot, to kill thousands and thousands of innocent women and children. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the stupidest. Like, it's just stupid. Like, it doesn't work.
I think there are other ways to look at what is happening instead of inflicting more violence, regardless of the history of the story, which I know very little of, from just my upbringing and everyone's story is their story. Like, who are we being now? Can we hold enough space for the pain of the entire ancestries, all the ancestries of those involved, or do we just keep killing each other because we can't tolerate what we see?
I mean, something's definitely got to happen because the mass murder that's happening now is just it's crazy, Candice, and people shouldn't be dying like this, right? It shouldn't be dying. Lebanon is being destroyed right now. Just destroyed for sticking up for someone, right? If you're being bullied, right? Imagine you're being bullied and I come and I protect you from that bully, or I try to fight that bully for you. And that bully, even though he's stronger than both of us, comes and destroys my whole house and my family just for coming and helping you. That's not right. Like, I don't care. I don't know how to, it just doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, somebody has to let people know, like, this bully needs to be controlled. Like, this bully needs to be stopped. It's just stop what you're doing. Not diminished, not erased. You don't need to kill the bully. No one wants the bully to be dead, or to be gone, but we need to stop the bully. We need to stop the bully from bullying and expressing their strength at free will. And that's it. I think that, in two-state solution, one-state solution, I don't know how that even works or if that's even possible. But we just need to stop the bullying. We need to stop the show of strength. And once that happens, then I think that can open up doors to communication and some to resolve something. But other than that, if I'm a bully and I'm just sit there pound on you, and there's nobody there to stop me, nobody even strong enough to say, hey, there's a problem. It's just a problem.
I think so, as long as we don't connect with ourselves and actually look at the suffering.
Yeah.
And I don't mean just like the people involved. I mean all of us, like the amount of, if it touches you, if that piece touches you, or, a couple of years ago, I was really hooked into when Hong Kong was being silenced by China. And that was so painful for me. And I was like, what hooks in for me here? How are they sort of playing out something that goes on in my psyche?
Yeah.
And I think we can all ask ourselves that, like, how is the experience of what's happening in Gaza, like, something that reflects the pain in me, or the killing of myself, or the killing of other people? Like, who are we killing? What are we killing? I think we all need to, I don't know if we all, I don't want to like should everyone into like this process, but I think that's one way to find something different on this planet, is if we're all looking at what we've contributed to this experience that happens over there. And then if we can find a way to connect in with ourselves on a deeper level, or connect with God, or something that's more connected than not, then we can feel the pain that this is actually inflicting. Like, it doesn't feel good to kill someone. And maybe someone who's done it might say otherwise, but why? What's the reason behind that? Or where is it coming from? Let's hold space for it, because the other solution is more killing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's why I voted for him. I feel like he's going to stop it, and he will stop it either one way or the other. He'll stop it with one mass killing, or he'll just stop it with negotiation. Like,
hope so.
He's just, I feel like he's just a better guy for the job in that aspect when it comes to war. Putin, and dealing with him and stuff like that. I just can't see Putin respecting Kamala, in a meeting and just being like, okay, I'm going to do what you want. I just don't think she has that authority figure. Not that because she's a woman or anything. I know plenty of women that I put my sister in that situation, and she'll come out a champ. You know what I mean? Just because how tough she is. But I'm just saying, like, just for her, yeah, just her in particular, like, just not her doing it. But to each their own. America, I think the next 4 years, America is definitely, because he's already implemented some stuff, like before he's even in office, like what he's going to do.
Happened
already. And dude, some of it sounds really cool. Like, some of it sounds like I'm on board. Like, I like it. Like, let's go with it. And he's being loud about it, and he's being like, you know what I mean? We're going to do this, and we're going to do that. And let's do it. It's time for that. He deserves it. He deserves the chance and the opportunity. I
hope he'll do some good things.
I don't see many politicians going through what he went through and making it and winning the race.
He went through a lot.
He went through more than any other candidate ever went through to win a race ever in my time of following politics. And I don't think anyone has ever even come close, like, you know what I mean, to like going through what he went through. Being shot, prosecuted, all this stuff, man, like crazy media. I mean, all at one time. And so, I mean, it must be nice to be a billionaire, to face your problems with that kind of money and just, you know what I mean? And he did it. So.
We need to wrap up.
Yeah. Oh, it is. It's time to wrap up. Okay, It is time. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Candice, for coming
James.
out to share this moment with me. Ace in the background there, thank you, my man. This has been an awesome experience. This has been Life in Focus with QPS, a James Hakkany production, and we will see you on the flip side. Thank you for joining us, and stay tuned for more. We got more episodes coming out, and we'll figure it out as we go. Thank you, guys. Peace and love. Great team. Hey, check this out right here. We in the building.